story time and learning. In today's video, we're going to talk about sentence. So a sentence is a group of words that form a complete thought. We know that a sentence starts with the uppercase or capital letter, and we know that it also has a punctuation mark at the end. Sometimes it can be a period, an exclamation mark, or a question mark, depending on what you're trying to say. So let's talk about that. All right, so we have our period here. That's good if we're making a statement. We have our exclamation point if we're saying something that's like we're excited. And we have our question mark if we're posing a question. So let's make some sentences using those marks. When we talk about constructing a sentence, that's what we're going to do now. So let's say we're going to do my name is Ray. So we know that it has to start with a capital letter. We know it will not start like this, okay? So which one is correct? Is it going to be my or my with the lowercase? It's going to be the one with the uppercase here. So that's the one we're going to use. And you're going to say my name. Wait, let me actually. So when we actually have our space, we want to make sure it's a finger space in between our words. We want to make sure there is a space between our words. Every time we do a sentence, we want to make sure there's a space there. So we always use like a finger spacing, so like this. And then you'll put the next thing there. So it's like my name. As I told Raylan, because we're in this season of COVID, we like to say that we wanted to socially distance, right? So we wanted to have a little bit of space in between both of those. So my name is Ray. And that is a statement, and you put a period. Okay, so my name is Ray. I'm going to show you what it looks like and what it sounds like when you don't have your proper spacing. Okay, so we have our sentence here. My name is Ray. See how I was able to say my name is Ray. But if you have it all together, this is what it sounds like. My name is Ray. See, it's all together. So we want each thing to breathe. So we make sure we put our proper spacing in our sentences and make sure it always begins with that capital letter. And we always have our punctuation at the end. So we have my name is Ray. This is how we want to write it. We do not want to write it like this. We want to make sure we have enough space. We want to make sure we have our capital letter and our punctuation at the end. Now we're going to try to use a exclamation point now. Alright, so these are some sentences that we have come up with our exclamation point. So it reads like this, because you're going to use a little bit of emotion when you use the exclamation point. It's my birthday! Stop that! I love fall! So those are the way that you use the exclamation point. So again, you notice that I have all of my things capitalized here. This is an I. Let me make sure I make this correctly. So that's an I there. So we have that, and we have our punctuation mark, and I have my proper spacing. So that is how you would write a sentence. So now we're going to use our question mark. Usually when we ask a question, we usually use some of these words here, right? Who, what, when, where, and why. So I'm going to come up with some sentences that uses all of these here so you all can see. Okay, so these are some of the questions that I came up with. Who is the president? And then you have your question mark. What is your name? When is your birthday? Where is my pencil? Why is the sky blue? So notice that we have our capital letter here that begins that sentence, and we have our punctuation mark at the end, which is our question mark. Raylan's showing you how he writes his sentences. So the first sentence is, I like to play games. Very good. Using your finger spacing. Make sure that's a T. Very good. Your writing looks really good, right? That's a little too far. Very good. And what does it end with? Period. Very good. So we just went over what the sentence structure is like. Now I'm going to give you all an activity that you guys can practice at home. Okay, so a great activity to help a child learn sentences is using flashcards. Now you can use a flashcard and write a very simple sentence like, I like cake, showing them the uppercase, showing them the punctuation, the spacing, and all of those things. But another way that you could do it is by actually making little flashcards like these and cutting them out and having them to create sentences based off of the things that you made. So we're today going to create some sentences using our flashcards. So this little activity is very easy to do. I'm going to show you all how you do it now. You ready, Ryan? Okay, so for example, so if you wanted to just do sentence flashcards, so you can write a very simple sentence like this. I like cake. Okay, so you have a, sorry it's not perfect, I'm holding up the camera and I'm having to write and have Ryan here. But it has your sight words. So you'll have a child that can identify the different sight words that's also on the flashcard. These little flashcards, you get them from anywhere, Dollar Tree, Target, Walmart. So you just have them go, I like cake. And I and like are sight words. So they're learning their sight words and they're learning how to construct a sentence at the same time. So over here, I have cut out some of those. So for example, we can just have he. Look where I say he is little. And I think I even have periods here. So it's like that. So you'll know. And it's creating sentences. Right, put your sentence down so they can see it. So what we're going to do is create some sentences with Rye. He is little. So this is how you would do this activity. Okay, so we have constructed some sentences just with some cutout flashcard. So we have our first one here. He is little. I had a period there. I don't know what happened to it. So he is little, period. We have the dog ate cake, period. They love toys, period. What is your name? So you can even put question marks, exclamation points. So I'm just showing the different flashcards that I made for this activity and how you can switch up everything and make different sentences using those flashcards. It was a lot of fun creating the sentences and being very silly with the sentences if you wanted to. And that's what we're doing here. So these are the sentences. She is little. He ate cake. They are sad. I love toys. It's a really great activity to learn sentences, starting to learn sight words. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on another video. Bye. Story time and learning.